coming into the game, and we'll open it up for questions.
Yeah, another, challenge for us to, come in on the road, coming off some key matchups, and into a situation where, our focus needs to be to continue to grow in what we do, to continue to get better on both sides of the ball. Going up against McCowan is very tough. She's a huge presence in the inside, along with the firepower that they have on the wing. So just, honing in again on our schemes and our matchups and, getting better with what we do and hopefully executing how we know that we can execute.
All right, Jeff, go ahead. You're the only one, so go ahead and fire away.
Hey, Coach. So last year, Indiana was one of the few teams to actually beat you guys, despite the fact that, they were kind of towards the bottom of the standings. How important is it to kind of, not overlook them and game plan and, everything?
Yeah, I mean, we talk about it all the time. On any given night, this league has an amazing group of women who play at an elite level. And we can't look at records. We can't, not that we're overlooking them, more so than understanding that we have to focus on the things that we need to get better at, control our controllables. And today, our energy, our effort, our focus needs to be on point. We need to be locked in because we don't want what happened last year in the bubble to happen tonight just because of a lack of focus and attention to detail. So a team like this is still dangerous. On paper, it may look a certain way, but they played Chicago tough. They have an ability to catch fire and they have ability to stay in games. And I think the focus has to continue to be just, to generate our own energy and to just, again, I'll say it again, just lock in on the details.
And I think you kind of touched on it there, but, maybe like 3 keys to the game, what would they be?
Say it one more time.
3 keys.
3 keys to the game. You already know the first and foremost is rebounding. We're going up against a team who rebounds really well, especially on the offensive end. I think another key would be just our pace, understanding that if we play out of our defense and run on makes and misses, continue to move the ball, screen well, let the ball find the open man, get great shots. And then I think essentially just kind of our last would just be our mental focus and understanding that up to this point on the road trip, we've shown that we've grown each and every game and continue to grow in that way. And I think today, mentally, we have to, I'll say it again, got to stay locked in.
And then rotation-wise, it seems like you're kind of getting into a groove there, I feel, with the starting lineup and then, having kind of one of your big 3 kind of in there with the bench a lot of the times as well. Do you feel pretty comfortable with kind of how the rotations are going right now?
Yeah, I think right now the biggest thing is to make sure one of the big 3 is on the floor. And I know game by game that may look different. So maybe the consistency in that may not waver a little bit, but the consistency in one of those guys being on the floor will not. And then obviously game by game, just kind of filling it out and seeing, we've been at a great point in a lot of these games to where that lead has grown a little bit more to where we're resting and able to play more players. But at the end of the day, I think for now, at this point of where we're at in the season, with the flow that we've kind of garnered with, the experience and the games that we played, I think the important part that will not waver is to always have one of those, one of our big 3 on the floor.
Awesome. And then your guys' defensive rating in the month of May was, I believe, 8th out of 12, so kind of bottom 3rd. But you guys are number 1 in the month of June right now. How much credit is that to Coach Kloppenberg? And I guess how much, just credit to the coaches in general?
Yeah, I mean, you already know Coach Klopp has always integrated a very good defensive system. And the thing that is different this year is just the players within the system. The system is the system sometimes, and you don't know what players can do within it. But I think what he's done is amazing in getting us situated with, obviously, we like to disrupt, as you guys know, but understanding at times we need to be solid, understanding with the new players that we have, what are their strengths. And you've seen us, showing some zone and using our length and being creative with what we do. And I think the biggest thing within our defense too, you're starting to see us turn teams over, but also just finishing plays and continue to rebound. And I think, without a lot of training camp time, I will continue to say this, we have to gain this experience in games. And so credit to the players that we have. We have very cerebral players who are picking up on our systems and executing at a very high level.
Definitely. And then just to kind of add on top of that, do you feel like, obviously with these new players and stuff, we knew that there was going to take some time, to gel and everything. Do you feel like that, as far as maybe being able to remain one of the top defensive teams in the league, is that sustainable?
What was the last part?
Is it sustainable to stay one of the top defensive teams in the league?
Is it sustainable? I hope so. I hope so. You talk about the top teams in our league, you have to be good on both ends of the floor. Like, you can be a very good offensive team in this league, but if your defense struggles, you're not going to be a top performer in this league. I think gone are the days of just outscoring people. At the end of the day, you have to get stops to win. The cliche phrase is defense wins championships. But I think it's important to understand that as long it's sustainable, as long as you continue to grow in it and get better in it and evolve in it, and understand that there's talk about this level of excellence that we set the bar, we set the standard. Now, every day, every game, every practice defensively is our attention, our attentiveness to our schemes, our attentiveness to the details is so important, because we know what we can do offensively. But in order to be an elite team in this league, you have to be good on both ends of the floor, very solid on both ends of the floor.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Coach Quinn.
No problem.
All right, thanks, Coach. Talk to you guys later.